Good morning, everybody. How is it going? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I hope you guys are too. Okay, we are just about finished with the DLC for New Vegas. Oh, okay. Yeah, we are just about to finish up Old World Blues. And then we're gonna go back to the Mojave and continue the actual, like, mainline game. Until we get just kind of overpowered, and then we're gonna go back and do DLCs. Okay. Before we do that, I'm going to wire myself up and electrocute my hip for pain relief. So give me 1 second. I'm still here, I just don't have the headset on at the moment. Oh. It hurts worse when I first wake up in the morning. So it's one of those things, like, it's the reason I'm starting a few minutes late. Because I have to hobble around. Oh, it's cold! Those diodes are cold! Oh, I need to get new diodes. Don't stick as well. Ooh. The cold's almost worse than the hip pain. That's not true. I know this is an exciting, like, few minutes of opening here. But, you know, I figure it's fine. Ah. Oh god, cords are all tangled. I need them to not be tangled. Oh yeah, I need to set it on hip. Oh. It's almost like immediate relief. Oh, let's leave it on that setting and I'll adjust it if need be. Okay. Like I said, I know it's not the most exciting intro, but I needed to do that. Okay, we were doing a couple of things. I kind of want to return to the sink. Alright, let's just go to the sink. Say, I kind of want to find all the other, like, locations here, but I'm not that worried about it. Can't fast travel when enemies are nearby. Cool, cool. If we come back to the big MT, we can worry about it then. Because we might come back to kill the bloatfly, the legendary bloatfly. Away! We'll just see what happens. Can I fast travel now? Yes. Did New Vegas just crash? Oh my god. I can finally finish the DLC. I'm gonna sit on the pause menu for 15 minutes. And then we'll finish DLC, and the game's like, no you won't. OBS, do you want to capture? Hey Toad, yeah, New Vegas just crashed and now OBS will not capture it for some reason. You might be. That I cannot, contest, or I cannot, talk to. Okay, well, this is, I don't want to say interesting. Let me try something. Try closing out New Vegas again. I don't want to close OBS because that will end the stream. Okay, well, it looks like we're at least capturing the game again. Is that true? Are things being displayed? Don't crash again. Thank you. Okay. It looks like we're good now. Looks like we made it. Okay, let's keep going. So how you doing, Toad? How's it going, my man? I hope you're having a good one. Glad you could make it in before I'd have to stop in 15 minutes.
You got some plans for me, don't you? I love it when you talk like that. Well, hello.
I have to go now.
Hurry back with that.
Is that all of them? What do we got now?
Forceps, nurse. Some man's got us.
Was
All right.
the haps.
There you go.
Severe case. Shoe lung.
Okay, good. That did finish it. Alright. Let's go to confront client, and we're leaving this place. Get my
You
organs
require
back.
some additional services?
Swap body parts. Give me my heart back. That's pretty good. I'll take that. Oh god, why is my headset all funky? It's funky fresh, and not in a good way.
You require some additional services?
I do. Give me my spine back. Oh, hell yeah. That's even better. Hey guys.
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped? I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again. And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender.
I don't want
With
to.
it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our
Oh,
experiments.
JV.
Yes. Wait, you did, didn't you?
Nope.
You are lying. No, you are not. Your heartbeat, perspiration, all excessively confident and sure of yourself. Why would you reason with that maniac? He'll destroy us all. Yes, you can. You don't really have an alternative that I can see.
I can shoot you.
Dr. Klein, I must intercept. Please, do not harm the lobotomite.
I'm not going to harm it. I'm going to dissect it until it's dead. Why the sudden intersection, Dalla?
I cannot stand a sweet breathing organism breathing in and out to suddenly not breathe. We must keep it alive for study. Slow study.
That's why you always romance the
Dalla,
brain.
these vocalized pauses are unlike you. What do you care?
Fine. Are you sure we've calculated all the combat probabilities here? I mean, the lobotomite confronted Mobius. Plus, you know, we haven't had a COMBAT drill in forever. I don't think we could form a tactical attack triangle if we wanted to.
Releasing the WOMBAT was not my plan, O, so get off my voice box.
Silencing opinionators.
Why am I even listening to you fools? The determinators are greater than the hesitators, so hesitators, be quiet. We are bigger, smarter, and floatier than you, lobotomites. We don't wish to fight you,
Well,
so surrender your brain, now. A fight? I've never been in a fight. What do I... Colleagues! Think tank! Alert! Alert! We are under attack!
I don't really want to kill you guys.
Science!
Okay, well, let's reload that. Because I don't think I can give myself a bonus 40 points to speech to pass that check. Oh, my combat armor's like broke. Cool. Well, that gives me 1 extra charisma. Oh, that's just speech plus 10 though, that's better. Okay, what's that put my speech at? 46. Okay, so now it's gotta be at 75. There is literally 0% chance of me doing this. What do we got? I only have the 1 meeting people, so I don't want to use that until I get it to at least 66 without that. Take a mentat. That's the only thing I have that increases charisma. Puts it at 48. So, no.
The lobotomite return. No. Yeah.
Dr. Klein, I'm...
Yeah. Plus. Silent. Why am I even listening to you fools? We are... Fight!
How's that? Okay, well, I guess I gotta kill him. Sorry, guys.
This weapon has soft lock. Anyone?
I should probably put my combat armor back on. Oh, I can't. Ah, fiddlesticks. Put that on.
Soft lock.
And take a stim pack.
Anyone?
Ah! Oh no, I died. Alright, well, let's not take the combat armor off this time. how did I not kill these guys before? Because I know for a fact I did not come in here with 75 speech every time I've been here. I'd never get my speech that high unless I am trying to. Hey, what's up, buddy?
The lobotomite.
Let's see what happens.
Mobius does not form a line. Why? Yes.
Dr.
Yeah.
Fine. Plus,
Releasing.
silencing?
Why am I even li- We are bigger. That.
Blast it with her radio beams already!
Okay, if I died this time, I think I can just leave, though. Oh, shit. Yeah, can't you guys just put my brain back in and let me go? So I actually prefer to keep them
You
alive.
require some addition.
How much to repair my armor? I guess I should learn that.
Might I be of service, sir?
It's gonna be like 10 grand. Yeah, I can't afford that.
Might I be of service?
Let me... Do you sell any? Ah, fuck it. Oh, you'll take 2,000 for that? Alright, well that basically balances me out. Okay.
The lobotomite return.
Yeah, we're just...
How do you fire this thing? How do you fire this
So
thing?
could I hit one of them? Jesus. Jesus.
Behold the power of.
Guys, back off or I'll kill you all too. guys could have just let me go, and now you're all dead. After like 300 years here. I didn't want to kill you guys. I like you guys for the most part. But no. Oh, she had a teddy bear with her. I had to pass a 75 level skill level speech check for some reason. Even though I do not remember ever doing that before. Okay, but it's telling me to leave.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The courier had scoured much of the Big Empty, although secrets still remained in the crater's depths. Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event.
No, don't have
After
no foul.
all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The sink atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The biological research station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
Hey, I know
The
the
book
place.
chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination
Was it
attempt.
covered in plastic?
Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat.
The sink continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magneto-hydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the Big Empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics
So nice that everyone
and
gets a
spare
happy ending.
parts. After one of its more psychotic episodes, however, the other Sync personalities decided enough was enough and dumped the toaster in a bathtub. Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village.
It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind old Jefferson.
A lot of fuckers in this place.
The courier brought him created a symphonic counter-frequency that saved Big Mountain from sonic invasion in 2910. If you didn't hear about it, good. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names once too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city.
That's what you call foreshadowing.
The Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X-8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements.
That was basically the entire stream yesterday was doing that facility.
They
It was a
realized
nightmare.
the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 felt spent, having repeatedly upgraded the stealth suit until it could upgrade it no more.
So let's see.
It felt
Summarize
worn,
the stream so
fulfilled,
far.
and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after, the stealth suit had left it, without so much as a note on the nightstand. So the infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology.
Does that mean there's going
It
to be more
eventually
cyberdogs
found
and
Redcon
robo-brains?
HQ and set up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
He said about
The
himself.
think tank basement, filled with lobotomized robotical frames of the doctors, now served as a graveyard. The monitors had recorded the battle in its entirety, including the think tank's final, shrill, terrified screams, whimpers, and pleas for mercy.
None of those
They
happened.
broadcast these humiliating last moments as a warning to anyone approaching the perimeter that other smarty pants were not welcome. The courier was the inheritor of the Big Empty, and there was room for only one will in the halls of the think tank dome.
There is an expression in the wasteland. Old world
I wondered
blues.
what you guys lived, but you wouldn't
It
let me.
refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, Old World Blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The Sink sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
Jeez, okay. Oh man, everyone's celebrating. Okay, I'll be back, guys. I'll see you around. New Vegas just crashed again. I swear to God, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. What is going on today? Holy shit, this has been a stream. So let's see, to summarize, I was 5 minutes late, spent 5 minutes wiring myself up with diodes to help with my hip. Got in, played for 5 minutes, the game crashed. Finally got the game to relaunch. Is it capturing again? Oh my god. Okay, it is capturing at least. Got the game to relaunch. It wouldn't capture. Relaunched it again. Would finally capture. Died to that same fight like 15 times because apparently my speech wasn't high enough to not do it. Oh my god, I gotta redo the whole fucking thing again. What the goddamn? To quote Benny in a few hours, what in the goddamn? Hey guys.
The lobotomite.
Actually, you know what? We're gonna... I'm gonna redo this the way I want. I don't even give a shit. I'll tell you right now what I'm doing. I'm looking up console commands. I'm going to console command my speech to 75 for this one interaction, and then I'm going to set it back to what it's at. Okay, so my speech is at 35. Clear dot set AV 75. So that put it at 90. So when I want to redo this, I would put it at... Okay. I don't want to fight these guys again. I'm just gonna fucking leave. I want to go home.
The lobotomite. I reckon. No. That is the most insane thing I've ever heard. There's no way Moby... Besides, there's no way such a...
Oh my god.
Silent.
No, no, no. Okay. I don't remember doing all these skill checks to leave here before. I just want to go home.
That is the... Besides... You speak the truth. And the decibel variation in your voice. It is Mobius. How dare you breach the think tank? And what do you want here? That's no deal at all. We could have escaped, seen it all for you. I have a strange sensation. Very well, partner. The think...
Okay. And then set speech to 20 again. That puts it back there, and medicine was at 73 beforehand. Okay, so I guess a 19-point bonus, that's 54? Fantastic. I don't even care. I don't even give a shit that I cheated.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty,
I cannot
became
skip
home
this.
to one
Are
of the
you
brightest
serious?
minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big
I'm
Empty
so sorry,
for years
everyone.
to come, caring for it and keeping its discovery safe until they were needed to help others.
Alright, well, this is going on.
Which had
I'm going to go
always
ahead and make my
been
food
Big
now,
Mountain's
so that way in
purpose.
10 minutes I don't
Past
have
the
to stop again to
laboratories
make
of
food.
Science,
So I'm
it
going to
had
let this
always
play,
been
another
intended
10-minute
as a
cutscene.
place to build the future
Make
of
my
all
food, and then
mankind.
we'll keep
The
going.
courier had scoured much of the Big Empty, although secrets still remained in the crater's depths. Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The sink atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The biological research station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat.
The sink continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magneto-hydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the big empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. After one of its more psychotic episodes, however, the other Sync personalities decided enough was enough and dumped the toaster in a bathtub. Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind old Jefferson, with sounds the courier brought him, created a symphonic counter-frequency that saved Big Mountain from sonic invasion in 2910. If you didn't hear about it, good. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names much too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X-8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 felt spent, having repeatedly upgraded the stealth suit until it could upgrade it no more. It felt warm, fulfilled, and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after, the stealth suit had left it, without so much as a note on the nightstand. So the infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology. It eventually found Repcon HQ and set up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
Dr. Klein and the think tank remained alive, unaware of the world outside. They looped through their daily routine, none the wiser about the world beyond, although perhaps wiser was the wrong word. The world outside belonged to the courier, and if anyone would shape it, well, the courier had already called dibs.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, Old World Blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more,
Ayo.
but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The sink sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return.
Well,
Shoes
I
covered
was
in
gone for
Mojave
most of
dust.
this, which worked out. Was able to eat.
Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
Okay, save the game right now. I refuse to sit through that cutscene again. Alright. Let's try this again. Oh god. Oh god, it's hanging. Oh, it did it. We made it. Oh, we're back in the Mojave, thank god. Oh god, I'm not going back there anytime soon. Okay. Whew. Step 1. Take me to Prim. Game, you're scaring me, man. Alright. Where's Eddie at?
Come on, Eddie. Let's go. I've never been so happy to be in Prim. Okay, let's camp searchlight. Yep, there's Novak. Let's go get Boom and drop some stuff off. Okay. BB gun, take the glove, the layer, frag mine, laser rifle. I'll come back and get that plasma grenade. I will need that later. The Nephi's driver for a thing. It's not super important. Don't worry about it too much. Doesn't weigh anything. Okay. Let's get Boone and let's go. See up in the dinosaur?
Is it time?
Fantastic. Okay. Okay, so we got Happy Trails here in Moderate. Well, we're not doing any of those yet. Not going to the Divide, not anytime soon. Happy Trails here. I think Happy Trails is next, but it's again going to be a hot minute before we do any DLC. For now, let's get to New Vegas. Strip Northgate, we're going in.
Submit to a credit check or present your passport.
Oh, cool. We can do a science skill check.
Oh, Thank you, sir. You may proceed.
That literally sounded like me doing that. Here we go.
Howdy,
Welcome
partner.
to Vegas.
You come for a piece, haven't you? Welcome to New Vegas.
Thank you.
Do I look destroyed, partner? It's harder to put old Vic in Boot Hill than you might think. I wouldn't be much use stuck inside just one Securotron. No, if the one I'm in turns up a goner, I just find another. Fine as cream gravy.
That's a nice little trick. Point me to the tops.
Sorry, Rambler. I know you're fixing to serve up some vengeance, but I'm gonna have to point you to the lucky
I've
38.
got to kill Chandler Bing.
Mr. House, the head honcho of New Vegas, is itching to make your acquaintance. He'll help you serve that cold dish of yours extra chilly. Yeah, partner. That's the spirit. He'll be waiting for you.
That's it. Keep moving.
House always wins. We gotta be careful. I can't really look at the people, can't look at Gamora too hard. Yeehaw.
Well, howdy, partner. Good to see you again. Boss is waiting for you. I see you brought some friends.
Victor is a little creepy. Yeah, that is an accurate assumption. But hey, he did are they going back to I just picked them up.
Where to, partner?
I feel like you don't survive in the post-apocalyptic wasteland too long if you have seizures from flashing lights.
Penthouse floor.
Especially a techie one like this.
Goodbye.
Hey, buddy.
This meeting has been a long time coming, hasn't it? You've come a long ways, literally, and I suspect figuratively as well.
Yeah, just in a
I
big
have to
hole
ask,
in the
now
desert
that
somewhere
you've
else.
reached your destination, what do you make of what you see?
I do have some mods installed, and not all of them work, so there's some occasional error messages.
Of course you haven't. Vegas always was one of a kind. What you see
I don't
out
have
on the
anything
Strip
super
is just a
drastic
fraction
installed.
of the city's former glory, and yet more than an echo. I preserve
Mostly just because, like I said, I have a very old computer, so I can't.
To the Lucky 38?
Oh, I don't
The
remember
years
off the
haven't
top
been
of my
kind
head.
to her,
I
but
really
still
don't.
She manages to impress.
If you go to the YouTube channel, the first stream I have of New Vegas has a few different. The first stream was basically going through and picking out some mods to put on, and installing them, and then testing to make sure it didn't crash the game. I got a couple like lighting mods, some like more weapon mods. I just can't really remember for the most part off the top of my head.
Oh, don't be coy. You've been playing a high-stakes game ever since Victor dug you out of the ground. Don't be afraid to admit it.
But nothing,
The business
like,
is this.
too grandiose or anything,
One of
though.
my employees has stolen an item of extraordinary value from me, and I want it recovered. Simple enough. My only concern is the recovery of the platinum chip. What happens to Benny, I leave to your discretion.
Work.
When you bring the chip to me, I will pay you 4 times
Usually
the
I
delivery
have-
bonus stipulated in your contract. How's that?
Usually I have one weekend off. Yeah, my barter's not high enough, you're lucky.
Well enough. Return to me when you have the platinum chip in your possession. Any final matters for us to discuss? Until then.
Usually I have one, like, weekend day off. Well, I don't really have much say in when I do and don't work. That's mostly up to my boss. Now he usually gives me one day through the week off and one weekend day off. Typically
Congratulations,
Sundays.
partner. The boss has instructed me to comp you to the high roller suite. You can bring your friends too. Be like a little clubhouse.
So
for the
I
gang you
still
put together.
work
Just bear in mind,
on the weekends
you're the
if
only
needed.
one gets to see
But
the
I ended
boss.
up having
Any friends you got, they can wait in the suite.
2 days at the start of this
Enjoy
week
the
off.
digs, partner. They're plenty fancy.
So I can't have. Let's go to the casino now. So I can't have,
Casino floor.
5 days off in a week, unfortunately. I do have to actually work a few of them.
Hey, you there. I have a message for you. It's from Ambassador Crocker. Very important.
Yes.
Here you go.
Very. The first, 5 minutes of the stream today was me wiring up my hip with these diodes so I could electrocute myself for 80 minutes. We got 19 left.
That's crazy. I thought nobody has ever been inside.
Okay. Let's put on the Naughty Nightwear for that luck bonus. I have a doctor's appointment. It is a little bit.
Hey, no one but Omertas are allowed to carry guns. You'll get these back on...
Yes and no. They hurt in a way like a massage would hurt, right? Where it might, like, be a little
Welcome
sore
to Gamora. How
or,
can
like,
I help you?
a little painful in the moment.
Here's your...
But after a while, it does start to feel good. Exactly. And honestly, after it's said and done, it feels way better. Let's get... Yeah, let's do 500. That should be plenty. Play some blackjack. Alright. What is max bet at 200? Deal them. It's a device I bought myself. You can just get them. What's that, 17? Stay. $12, 18, stay. What the fuck? They can be. This one is a little over $100. What's that, 11? Hit. There we go, Jesus. This one was a little over 100. They have like different ones. Different ones can have like can be more expensive, obviously. This one's kind of a nicer one. Yeah, no, that's actually why I got it. I got it to just because I thought it'd be like, haha, I'll you know, sit around just electrocute myself. Oh, 15. You got an A showing. I got a hit. You know, just fun to electrocute myself, sit around with some friends, all take turns shocking each other. Stay. I mean, you could if you wanted to. I don't plan on it anytime soon. Double down. These guys are getting some lucky fucking deals. 4, 14. 14. 16. 18. Stay. Yeah, I don't plan on it, but I'm not gonna tell anyone else they can't. Yeah, no, that sounds like something that would happen on Jackass. Absolutely. But yeah, you're actually just supposed to use them for like... Double down. They got some bullshit luck going on with this. I swear to God. 5 and 7. Oof. 5, 10, 20. Okay. So it's 7, 12, 14, 19. Okay, yeah, stay on both. Yeah, no, they're actually, like, you could, you know, just shock yourself for fun. I thought it would be, like, an interesting stream one day to just, like, wire my hands up or something. crank them, because the one I have has different settings. It's got like, you know, one for your neck, one for your shoulders, your back. I'm just reading them off right now. Neck, shoulder, back, elbow, hip, ankle, knee, foot/hand, wrist, and then it's got like different like modes. That's pretty cool. I imagine he likes to probably like keep a low profile though. Like I feel like he would be really nice if you went up to him in public. 18. That's 21. And then 11. Oh, he definitely heard you. But again, he's probably used to it, and if you went up, I imagine he is, like, just very nice to, like, fans and all that. I want some mathematician to watch me gamble here and tell me what are the actual odds of any of this happening. The draws this casino is getting are the luckiest goddamn things I've ever seen happen. 15 hits, yeah. That's a 20. I'm staying. No, but I thought it'd be fun to like set it on the like the hand one because it kind of like it'll pull your fingers in and like make them really hard to move. And then play like stream like that one day. Yeah, oh. Stay. And I still might. I haven't decided. I won't yet. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like living out in the boonies, it's weird anytime anything happens out here. Apparently, I didn't know this, but in Iron Man 3, I think it is, where he like crashes in that snowy Russian wilderness, air quotes. That was apparently filmed very close to where I live. Like, I know the area that it was filmed in. A friend of mine told me he saw Robert Downey Jr. nearby. And, I mean, I looked it up. It was filmed nearby. I can. Yeah, it's got like a power, like a dial meter. Or like a dial where you can like set the power. I only have it set to like 40%. It can get strong. Let's see. I don't know if I'd faint. Oh, 9 or 19. Yeah, 4, so we're just gonna stay. I don't know if I'd faint, but I'd be like, holy shit, why are you here of all places? Double down. Double down. Yeah, no, that's...
Hey, look who has the hot hand.
Yeah, I'm cashing out. I'll come back later.
Welcome to Gamora.
This is stressful.
In what curve?
No, that's actually something I do have planned. I don't know about, like, programming it to do that. I didn't... Oh, I got my stuff back, okay. Yeah, I don't know about programming it to do that, or, like, how you go about setting it up where it, like, interacts with the, where, like, channel points cause it to go off. Where is Caleb? Yeah. Oh, he's right here.
Huh. So the get. Now why the? I've been killing scum twice.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna make this easy. I have a couple of the whatever.
Huh. So the Garrett sent you. Well, that sounds like a. Sure. Would have been more fun fighting.
I would have literally just killed you. Calm down. No. No, not at all. In high school, there is my high school offered a class called Information Technology. I feel like a lot of schools have this class now. I don't think it was quite as common whenever I was in school. But anyways, they taught a variety of stuff in that class. One of the things they taught was some coding / programming, some very basic stuff, but basically like, hey, we'll teach you some basics, and if you like it, you can always pursue it more. I hated it. I would rather do almost anything besides code. I would almost rather break my own ankle than have to code. I do not like it.
Hello.
Now, for anyone who does like it, more power to you. I'm glad you do. I'm glad whoever enjoys. I got several friends who code. Good for them. I will never do it. I won't even do anything like that. I had to edit some game files to like get a game to open in a like it wouldn't open in a smaller window, so I had to like edit some stuff on that. I never want to do that again.
Move along, please.
It was a nightmare. And it was relatively easy. But yeah, I do like hardware stuff. I like,
Keep moving.
Oh, I need to talk to you.
Some gamblers came in. I don't know of any other living person who's been in there.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah. This is great news. And for your reward, here's 150 caps. You can have the corner room, rent-free.
Alright, goodbye.
Move along, please.
I feel that. I feel that. A friend of mine actually has made a couple of games. Retafir. He's the other guy who's been in chat the last couple of days. I played both of his on stream so far, actually. According to him, he has said that engines have gotten... Hey, for like a beginner game, I think that's a good one to go for, because it's pretty easy. Well, I'm not gonna say it's easy, but it is easier than like a full 3D crazy one, right? Well, let's go get my companions and get them back to the presidential suite. First stop, Prem. Okay, I guess, yeah, Prem. But, yeah, according to him, game engines have gotten so, like, user-friendly at this point that even without a lot of programming knowledge, it should be manageable. But that's what he said anyway. And I mean, I don't know if that's true. you'd have to look into that, but I'd definitely recommend checking it out, because I mean, worst case scenario, you're just in the same boat you're in now.
What's going on, man?
Oh, I don't need to talk to you. I know, it's crazy. They made the internet without being able to look up how to do it on the internet. But no, it's at, like, I can't imagine, like... Okay, Baboon's here, so I need to...
You need to... Is it time?
Right? Thank God people were smart, were very smart back in the day, because otherwise we'd be in a lot more trouble now than we already are. I just like go... Nope, alright. Go to the presidential suite and drop these guys off. Oh, actually, wait, before we do that... Oh, I know, yeah, and as far as, like, artwork, for that, I used to read some mangas back in the day. Not so much anymore. I never really was into anime. I'm just not. It's not my cup of tea. I don't dislike it or anything, but I'm just kind of on it.
Things have been a lot better since you helped with those soldier boys.
But yeah.
I got Rex here from a salvager a few years ago. He goes through spells like this from time to time. The followers said his brain is going bad or something.
Yeah. I know in 2022 not liking animes, like, what?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I have.
To help my poor Rex here,
Junji Ito is one of the few names I
Your
recognize,
best bet will be to talk to
and
Julie
you will
Farkas over at the
read.
old Mormon fort north of here. Maybe you'll
Not
have better
for
luck than I
enjoyment
did.
or pleasure.
All right.
Let's go do this quest. But you know, I will read it because I'm like, you know what? I want to be terrified, see some really freaky shit. Yeah. Oh, my electric thing turned off. Put this away real quick.
We've got stuff we're not even allowed
No,
to sell, people.
describing it as a
Only at
trip is like an understatement. I remember when I read the first thing I read by him, which I think was most people's first exposure to him, or at least like most Westerners' first exposure. I'll put it like that, or maybe just say like not a lot of if you're not like super into weird manga, you might not have heard about him before this. But the one where it's the holes in the mountainside. I can't remember the name of it. But where it's like, this is my hole. It was made for me. That was the first one I read, and I was like, oh man, this is really freaky. Oh man, that's so much better. Yeah, Imagara Falls. Yeah, that sounds right. that one, I was like, okay, well, that was something that I experienced that I cannot unexperience. So yeah, as far as like manga, I'll read interesting one-offs like Junji Ito or something like that. Like I don't have it in me anymore to read long series, but I will read, interesting short little one-off bits like that, just because they're neat, they're cool. And as far as like anime, I have seen, I've watched like Cowboy Bebop, which is I know everyone says that's anime for people who don't like anime, but I enjoyed it. I've watched Cowboy Bebop. I've watched like I used to watch some back in the day, probably before I should have. Oh. But I'll watch like I'd be down to check out like short ones with interesting concepts. Not Jesus Christ, neighbors, are you bowling upstairs right now? Uzumaki. I have not read that. I don't think I've heard of that. Isn't that Naruto's name?
And Ralph's. If it can be bought, it can be found at Nick and Ralph's.
A little of column A, a little of column B. Anymore, there's just so much stuff going on that I like want to get into, I want to check out, that I feel like I don't really have a lot of time for long stuff. And I'm just like, it seems like I'm overly busy to like really get invested or involved heavily in something like that. I have a lot of stuff going on already.
Emily near there, we would like you to work for us. Rex? It breaks my heart every time I see him. He's such a good dog.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, well, the way I was just like, oh, Uzumaki, is that like an autobiography by the guy who made Naruto? Talking about his experiences and his success and all that? Because that'd be a good name for an autobiography, or a biography for that guy. Auto or otherwise.
Yes, a few months ago.
But yeah, I'm just like, as far as reading anything long like that, I feel like I've got a lot of stuff going on. Like, I really only have 2 hours of free time, about 2 hours of free time a day, and that's at night after I get home from work. Because like, so a rough outline of my daily schedule, right, is
no, Rex's condition is way
I wake
beyond
up, I
anything
piddle
we
around,
can
I
handle.
get ready.
He requires brain surgery
I wake up like
and some
30 minutes before I start streaming,
cybernetics work too.
which is just enough time for me to make some coffee.
There's an old scientist named Dr. Henry who reportedly specializes
I'll make
in this
some
sort
coffee,
of procedure.
like make a breakfast
He'd probably
drink.
be your best bet. Last I heard, he was living up in
Take
Jacobstown,
like
far
my
to the northwest.
vitamins and all that in the morning. Start streaming. Get ready, go to work. Work. Then come home and I'll have a couple hours of free time. And sometimes I don't even have that couple hours of free time. I have to, like make shirts or something like that sometimes, or work on some stuff like that. Cursed by Spirals. I've seen like clips from that one. Well, not clips, but I've seen like cutouts from that and things like that. I think the people turning into snails was like Bloodborne drew some inspiration from that. When did that come out? Because in the, well, in the DLC for Bloodborne, specifically.
Hey.
We've got stuff we're not even
Yeah,
allowed to
because,
sell, people.
in the DLC for Bloodborne, there are some snail women. And I'm pretty sure I've heard it said that they drew a lot of inspiration from, Ito for some stuff there. Dark Souls has a lot of Berserk references and all that. I think Bloodborne, this beyond the obvious H.P. Lovecraft references, has a lot of
Things have been a lot
inspiration
better
from
since you
Ito.
helped with those soldier boys. Thanks again. So, she said, what? Why didn't she just say so when I was there? Actually, come to think of it, I was pretty angry when I went down there. I vaguely recall something about upending a few tables, maybe knocking out one of her doctors. Anyway, that's incredible news. Only thing is, there's too much going on around here for me to make a trip like that. And I need all of my guys just to keep things settled here. You seem to be awfully interested in my boy Rex here, and you've done some good work for me already. I'll tell
Oh
you
god,
what,
that would be
you promised to
terrifying.
get Rexy here to that doctor, and I'll lend him to you. What do you say? I can't thank you enough. Now, there's a few things you should know about old Rex here if you're going to be traveling together. First, he hates rats. Can't stand the things. Giant rats, mole rats, doesn't matter. He catches a whiff of one.
I would
and he's
be
off like a
terrified
shot
as soon as
after
that happened to be like, we
he's
have to
normally
move.
pretty
We're
obedient,
leaving.
but you might have
I'm
to
gone.
chase him
I
some
can't-
if
I
he
can't
goes
live
after
here.
one of the little varmints. Second, he doesn't like hats or the people wearing them. Don't ask. I have
Stop
no
attacking
idea
my
why.
hands.
Maybe because it rhymes with rats. That should be it, though. Other than the occasional bad spot when his brain starts hurting him, that is. But I'm hoping you will see to that. I wish you both luck. Take care of my Rex now, you hear? Rex, this is your new master. Protect him as you would me.
Please don't growl at me. Hey, buddy. That would be terrible.
Seems like they've got things straightened out.
And they smell too. That's something that a lot of people don't know about stuff like that. Or don't realize about it. So where I'm from, I live in southern Indiana. That's smart. That's the best way to do it. So back in the day, I don't know if they do this anymore, but back in the day when I was a kid, where the area specifically I live has a lot of, yeah, they absolutely do. It has a lot of cornfield, it has a lot of fields and stuff like that. They used to airdrop. They would fly military planes, and they would drop ladybugs out of the back of them to eat aphids. They would just, like, fly over the fields. And, or at least that's what my dad told me. In retrospect, I realized that might not be 100% accurate. But yeah, I'll tell that story in a minute, Mike. But I remember one year he bug bombed the kitchen, because there'd be millions of ladybugs, just all over. You couldn't escape them. And one year he got tired of it and he got rid of them, and there were, yeah, it stunk so bad, but there were probably like 10,000 dead ladybugs in our house. It was ridiculous. Oh, it was terrible. And like ladybugs are generally like pretty chill until there's, 1,000 of them. That's actually kind of weird because that's pretty close to where I live. No, that's wild, because that's fairly... I know where Sellersburg is. I do not know... Well, I mean, I know Dustin, but not one that I've talked to in years. And I can't make the Ladybugs pay $1 in rent. They're all dead. And this was more than 20 years ago. Collect the rent from their families. Just because you die doesn't mean your estate escapes the payments. If I have to be in debt, why don't the bugs? Why do you own 2 houses? Well, this house is for the millipedes. What? You alright there, Boom?
This is how it ends.
Here, buddy. So I will mention this real quick, because my girlfriend was just reminding me about it when I was saying my dad would tell me stuff like them airdropping ladybugs. Another thing, and I believed this until I was like 17. Yeah, but I imagine it's probably bad in some capacity to kill all the millipedes on the planet.
Eat this.
Maybe. But, so yeah, this is something I believed until I was like 17, that my dad told me when I was a kid. And then I just was thinking about it one day and I realized he was bullshitting me. So, you know, I lived out in the country. Like BFE, middle of nowhere. And we had a lot of turtles about. And, you know, being a small 6-year-old child who loves animals, I was like, turtles, they're gonna be my friends. So I'd run over, I'd pick up a turtle, and, you know, we had an aquarium. So I'd put some water in there, some dirt, a couple sticks, some leaves, you know, make a little terrarium for them. And my dad, realizing, you know, me being a small child who thinks 4 rocks, a bowl of water, and 3 leaves is a proper habitat for a turtle, he's like, this thing's gonna die. I do mean tortoises, yes. But yeah, he's like, this thing's gonna die if I don't do something. So, you know, he'd wait till I went to sleep, and he'd take it outside. There was like a little natural pond. It wasn't big or deep or anything, but, you know, big enough for turtles to live in, tortoises to live in.
Oh my.
So he'd take it out there, and he'd, you know, sit it down. He'd let it go out there so it could live its life and, you know, not die in 3 days. And then every day, whenever he did that, he'd get a little pile of sand from my sandbox and put it in the terrarium. And he'd tell me that all turtles are so old that whenever they die, their bodies just immediately turn to sand, because every turtle that's ever in existence is like 500 years old. So as soon as they die, they just evaporate, they turn straight to sand. That's the life of a turtle. And, you know, me being 7, I'm like, yeah, well, that tracks. Turtles live for 1,000,000 years. You know, I had seen that turtles are very long-lived animals. So I was like, yeah, that makes sense. They live for like 500 years, obviously. Every turtle, even the ones around us. Thanos is just like, this kid keeps picking up turtles. Why does he keep picking them up? But yeah, and I believed that for the longest time. And then I was like 17. And I was just hanging out, and I was like, wait a fucking minute. Turtles don't just evaporate into dust. Oh, Jesus. But when I was a little kid, it made perfect sense. I was like, yeah, turtles are old. I know this. Oh, I'm all the way back here. It was like, I know turtles are like old animals. It tracks. I get it. Okay, I don't want to deal with all that again. Let me just go to Jacobstown. Oh God.
All mine.
Yeah, that sounds... God, I can imagine the smell. Sir, you have no health. Okay. Well, you know what? In that case, you should absolutely go play the Bloodborne DLC. If you haven't. Because... you'll hate them so much worse. Well, that's not true. They're actually not bad in the game. Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's what you do. You see a wild animal wandering around outside, and you're like, clearly, this thing cannot care for itself. It needs me. And then you're like, why are you running, friend? I'm trying to help you. Don't you want to come live in a shoebox in my room and get fed carrots? My mom makes really good steamed carrots. And I don't like them, because I'm, 7. And what 7-year-old enjoys eating carrots? They're doing the whole, maybe if I move slow enough, he won't notice me thing. Okay, let me... Our cat's just wandering around the living room screaming for attention, even though she was just on my lap, and then my girlfriend's calling for her. I admire your dedication, Cazador. Squeaky girl, hello. Newts are wild like that. I think it's newts and a couple other, like, amphibious lizards. I know lizards aren't amphibious, but you know what I mean. That are just, like, go kind of crazy with the whole... Whoa! Like the way their life cycles go, they're just like, yeah, we do what we want. Born in the water and they're brown. They get to decide. They live in the water for a little bit. They're like, this is nice. Then they go to the land and they're like, this is not great. I'm very slow out here. It's very dry. And then they go back to the water. It's like Rumspringa for newts. Little girl, are you happy now? You get your pets, get your scritches and scratches? I imagine they're much easier to catch on land when they're going very slowly than in the water when they're not. Hey, wait a minute, you're not a koi. Whoa! Don't fall. Do a save real quick. Sorry I keep pausing, there's a cat that's attacking my hands, mouse, and keyboard. Because she's a needy little baby who needs all the attention she can get. I have not been to West Virginia. At least not to my knowledge, I'll put it like that. I was going to say, I don't know why I would go, why someone would willingly go to West Virginia, but I didn't want to be rude. It's like, I don't know, maybe he really likes West Virginia. Okay, well, let's, that is my cane. That's not even my cane. Little girl, stop trying to grab it. You don't need it. It's too big for you to use. Yeah, I was gonna say, that sounds like how I generally describe Indiana. I'm always confused, because, like... Well, yeah, and I'm sure I would say the same thing about West Virginia if I visited. I'd be like, oh, it's not that bad. But I'm always confused whenever... So I work in hospitality, right? So I meet a lot of people who are like, oh, well, yeah, 10 plus years ago, I'm sure it was a lot better too. But I'll meet a lot of people who are like, yeah, me and my family are moving here. And I'm like, okay, cool. Why? It's especially confusing. Yeah, I thought I had that one. It's especially confusing to me when it's like people from other countries. Like, you're moving... Like, I don't get why a lot of people would move to here. I mean, you just described a lot of Indiana. Thankfully where I live is like a fairly populous area. So like there's a few more restaurants near here, but that's pretty much, it's pretty on the case, pretty on the money. What was I gonna say? I completely lost my train of thought from before. Whoa. Am I losing my fucking mind? Yeah, that's pretty small. Oh yeah, about people moving here. No, the one that always blows my mind is when it's people from like other countries who are like they're moving to America, right? Hey, I grew up in a town like that, so like I get it. It can be rough. Did this guy not actually have a gun? But yeah, people like move here from a different country and they're like, I'm like, "Oh, you guys are, you know, moving here." They're like, "Yeah, we got a house. We're waiting on it. We're waiting on everything to get settled." And you know, I always like just, I don't want to pry, but I want to make polite conversation about it. So I'm like, "Oh, you guys have family in the area?" No. And I don't get it. I'm like, why would you... I never ask people this, because I feel like it's very rude, but I'm like, why would you willingly choose to move to Indiana? When you're, like, coming here fresh, you can live literally anywhere in the country, right? You could get a big map of America, throw a dart, and maybe that's what they did. Maybe that's how they ended up here. The only possible answer I can think of is the cost of living, at least here, is stupidly low. Like, I think Indiana is the 6th lowest cost of living in the country. But yeah, my girlfriend just said, yeah, but we get paid like it is, and I'm like, yeah, that's also true. You're describing the exact place I lived when I still lived with my mom. 30 minutes to Walmart, big-ass hills. Like, that's... yeah, I have lived there. What are you guys... Ah! Jesus! That scared the shit out of me. Oh, fuck, and I gotta fight these guys again. Oh my god. Sorry, I need a second to... Oh. absolutely get that. I mean, I was the same way. I was like, I can't wait to get out of here. And now I'm still here. But I'm like, you know, it is what it is. I might not be the biggest fan of it, but you know, hey, I've got a family and friends nearby. My girlfriend's here. It's pretty nice. Of course, you know, we live together, so just about anywhere we go, we live, you know, she'll also probably be here. At least I hope so. Be very depressing otherwise. Alright, what he was about... What, no. That's not what I meant to do. But I kind of think that's how it goes for a lot of people, you know, you don't like the place you're at, where you grew up, because it's where you grew up. It's both good and bad. And then you want to leave, and then you're like, well, maybe I shouldn't. So you don't. And then you start to regret that a little bit, and you're like, oh god, I kind of do want to leave. But then you still don't, and it's... But I think we're in a good area now. No, that's absolutely true, because I mean, where would you go? Where do you go? Do you go someplace you know some people? Do you go someplace you don't know anybody? I would have swore there were like 4 guys. Do you like get a completely fresh start? Go somewhere where nobody knows you, tell everyone your name is Jonathan, and well, that's what you call between a rock and a hard place. But yeah, I mean, you could always go the route where you could just, like, go wherever. Move to Minneapolis. Tell everybody your name's Doug. But you gotta say it exactly like that. Hey guys, my name's Doug. I think isn't Las Vegas, like, super expensive to live in? Like, stupidly expensive to live? That's my best guess, anyway. Because from my understanding, Vegas is fucking pricey. Yeah, no, I mean, I've been to Vegas. I thought it was when I was there, I thought it was a great place. I really liked it. You know, very interesting, lots of things going on. Well, I mean, I think you might have just answered the riddle. They lived in a really nice looking place that they had, but it didn't seem like they could afford it. So they had a really nice place in a really high cost of living area that it seems like they weren't able to afford. Because I mean that's how it goes sometimes though. People move to areas like that, they can't really, like, I couldn't afford to live in Vegas. I'm gonna let you guys handle that. Oh yeah. Well, it also could have just been that you got along with them because they were far away. Sometimes it's easier to get along with people when they're far away because you don't know them that well. So you can be like, oh yeah, Jim's great. I see him once a year. For Christmas, we have a great time. Something's right here. Look, man, I just want to get this map marker. We're good. I'm leaving. Don't worry. Yeah, I get that. Some people are like that. Some people are just not even like dramatic, they just cause drama. And I fully understand that. I don't have a lot of tolerance for that. Like, if you ain't got anything better to do than talk shit and start drama, get a fucking hobby, man. Read a book. Are you guys shooting at anything I need to worry about now?
All mine. Eat this.
Yeah, that's a really shitty thing to say. Especially because the job market can just be, like, fucking terrible. And it can just randomly be terrible, too. Because it can just depend, like, on what kind of job you're looking for. What's in demand. Yeah, like, and especially where you're at. Location's a big factor, too. Like, if you're a nuclear physicist, there's probably not a lot of demand for that job in West Virginia. Yeah, like...
Welcome to Jacobstown, human. You're free to walk around. Just don't stare at the Nightkin. They don't like people looking at them. And if you're NCR, keep it to yourself. They're not popular around here. Docks inside the lodge. Same as any civilized town. Don't start any fights or steal anything.
Yeah, so it's like...
We'll treat you fair.
Highly dependent on what you're trying to do or anything. Because, like, right now, hospitality, if you live in any popular area, hospitality is, like, booming. They can't get good people. But most places also don't want to pay shit, so they won't get good people. Not particularly, in all honesty. I would actually prefer just not to have to work, but that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. So...
I assume this is about something important? I don't see him with you. Bring...
Where's Rex at? Fuck. So, like, yeah, I don't really want to be in management, at any point. Yeah, that's... I will say, at least my current boss is pretty fucking cool. Like...
All mine. Eat this.
So, he lets me... I do a lot of graphic design stuff, personally. Like my logo for my channel, my BRB screen, which I don't know if you've seen here. I'll flick it up real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. Hold on. My BRB screen. I made all that myself. Which, I mean, it's not super hard or anything, but my boss lets me, he doesn't care if I work on stuff like that while I'm at work. Like, as long as I take care of the guests, he's pretty lenient on... Because I Googled it, and Google was like, Twitch might not be 100% okay with you showing nudity in, like, classical artwork or something like that. I was like, well, I'll censor it just to be safe. Which, personal opinion, that censor just draws more attention to it than not, but hey, that's whatever. But anyways, he's cool with me working on stuff like that while I'm at work. Like, whenever I get there, I'm gonna upload the video to YouTube. So that way, you know, it's up there, but I take care of all that at work. So I don't like to mention this on stream a lot, because I like to keep this... Yeah, that can be rough. I have been lucky where he has...
Got a problem. Could use your help. Been having trouble with NCR mercs. Killing our bighorners, shooting at the lodge. Guess I can't say for sure if they're in... You're human. I'm not asking you to kill them. Thanks.
Yeah, well, I'll do that real quick. I have been lucky where like I have gotten a couple like pay bumps to help with everything, like help with inflation and all that, since I've started there. No, I can understand that. Like it can be really shitty. Especially if you know all your coworkers are making more.
Our business is with the muties. We're still owed half, 2,500 caps. Pay up and we'll be on our way. If you're short. Just doing what I'm paid to do. Harass the muties until they leave or attack us. If they leave, either way, the job's not done until they're cleared out of the town.
Yeah, that's fucking terrible.
Won't name names, but some important folks in the NCR are sick of muties attacking their Brahmin. Maybe this group had something to do with attacking Brahmin, maybe not.
No, whatever, I'll get the money from them.
It's much cooler up here. I love it.
I'm gonna need that money back from Marcus, though. No, that is super shitty though. And
something on your mind? Good. Glad you didn't kill them. If NCR or anybody else...
Well, that was terrible. I just lost 2,500 caps. Jesus, that's such a difference. I think at that point, you have to like scare him into making him think you're gonna leave. By
Again,
possibly
you interrupt.
leaving.
Promising, but I won't be.
Okay, well, we're gonna sleep, or we're gonna wait here for a whole day. Let's see if Rex shows up. Yeah, no, that's one of those circumstances where I would say, honestly, you need to, like, even if the job is pretty easy, I would, like, try to find a different one, and then tell them, like, look, I either need a raise, or this is my 2 weeks.
Have you seen that tower on the strip all lit up? You can see it for miles.
Yeah, that's actually a good
Again,
point. Have
you
you ever, like,
interrupt
looked at other ones? Yeah, that's... that would be rough. Yeah, well, and I mean, that's the cycle they get you in. They barely pay you enough, so you can't really save anything. So you can't, like, you can't go anywhere to find a better job. You can't possibly quit. Okay, well, let me...
What is it? I'll make my way there.
I guess the only thing you can try to do is maybe find a remote job, like a work from home, well, work from anywhere kind of thing. That would pay more. Because it wouldn't even really have to be at a significant amount more, right? So you get like very specialized. Yeah, no, I would definitely agree with that sentiment. Because it's very easy to be like, oh yeah, we're here, we care, we want to make this good for you, and then not contribute any more money. I might... I made it. Because anyone can be like, oh yeah, I as your employer definitely care. I'm here to help. That's why I work here, to help you. But then to not give you more money when that's what you need as help. That's what will help you is more money. To not do that, anybody can say they care. And it could be something like that. It could be, you know, up the chain of command or something. Because at my last job, so the last hotel I worked at, it was operated by a management company, and they were the ones who were responsible for the pay scales and all that. I never really got a raise the entire time I worked there. I got one 50-cent raise within 6 months, and that was it. And that was a determining factor in me moving away, because I was like, I can't afford to live off this.
Again, you interrupt me.
I need my cyber dog.
I don't...
Where the okay. But it ultimately was also not my boss's decision. It was the property management's company, and they won't authorize like a higher pay scale. And to my knowledge, because my girlfriend's friend still works there, to my knowledge, they still won't give anyone a pay bump, and now they can't get people. Yeah, it's... somebody said wait for sleep and wait for like 3 days. But yeah, that is just fucking terrible. Because especially with everything going up, it's not going to get any easier at that pay. They're freaking out. I would also recommend take a step back and don't do more than your job. Because you mentioned earlier that you do like graphic design stuff and heavy lifting for them when need be. I wouldn't do that. I would just point blank be like, look. Yeah, that's... Yeah, unfortunately got a lot of truth to it. It's gonna get way worse, way rougher before it gets any better. Oh shit. No, you're good. Welcome back. Yeah, no, absolutely. We were just saying that it's going to get way rougher before it gets any better for anyone. It's...
Hello.
It's going to be a hot minute before shit's good again. But no, one thing I mentioned that I'm guessing you didn't hear. Since you mentioned you did like graphic design and some heavy lifting stuff for them, I would kind of stop doing that if I were you. I wouldn't do anything outside of your basic job description. Because if they can't pay you more, then don't do more. Where's my last, like, save? Okay. Oh. That's fucking terrible. Well, I mean, it sounds like the solution's right there. PRID, okay. So, what is Rex? I mean, they very well could just be doing that. Okay, let's see. No, it's... I lost Rex. I don't know, I was supposed to bring him up here, he was going to get a brain transplant, it's going to be a whole thing, and he disappeared. So I'm looking up... Okay, so it's definitely that one. So I was looking up, like, how to fix it. Yeah, he is essential. Because he can be a... Okay, hold on, let me see here. And it was 010D8DF. Oh, wait, was it? Just run around Vegas with the best Elvis impersonator you can find. Ugh. Wait, what? Oh wait, maybe I need to... D8F to player. Wait, what? That's 0010D8DF. So yeah, it is... Let's try it like this. I'm gonna have frickin' Rex's... I'm gonna have this memorized by the end of this. Unknown reference move to. Hmm. Let me... This has been a hell of a fucking stream. Oh, wait, what? Okay, well, hey, we got Rex back. I don't even care. Okay. Because I came back here. He was not here before. Yeah, it's been one of those days. I was thinking about it earlier. Game crashed like 3 times. I got stuck in the loop at the end of the DLC. That's just, it's how it goes some days. Are you still with me? Oh, thank God.
Again, you interrupt me.
I need you to fix my dog.
It's neural degradation. Biomed gel can only preserve a living brain for so long, so you'll need to find a replacement. I haven't left Jacobstown in years, but there was one woman in Novak, Gibson. I remember her living with a pack of hounds. Aside from her, I know that the Fiends and Caesar's Legion fight alongside dogs. There could be viable specimens among them, if you can get to them.
Alright. Gonna go get a new brain. I know exactly where we're going to. We'll at least make a little progress before, Don't crash on me again, game. Are you... Oh my God. Whoa! I only came here because I thought everything was dead. Okay, well. Oh, I would be shocked if there wasn't a mod for that. Give Rex some actual dialogue.
Again, you interrupt me.
I just like to irritate you.
Very well. Big brain on this one. All right, let's see. Transplanting this brain will make Rex faster than he was before.
Cool.
Have a seat.
Couple points into energy. Alright, thank God. And I guess start leveling up speech, because I gotta have... Ah, but I need... melee. 2. Oh, I got a minute to get melee weapons up. Let's get speech up. Okay, well I've at least done a little bit of something today. Finished the DLC and we got out here. Did this. Let's check out... I want to see Charleston Cave. I don't know what's there. I don't, off the top of my head, know what's in there. We're gonna go look.
Spotted some humans down the road. Could be
that's actually kind of far out there. Okay, fine, whatever. I've got 20 minutes left, it's all good. I'm gonna go up here and basically I'm just gonna kill some time for a little bit. I'm just glad not to be in the big MT anymore. Oh, it's showing up on the map now. Cool, cool. I want more coffee. I just finished mine a minute ago. But I want more. I can't have more because I can't, by the time I make a cup, make a pot. What's in Charleston Cave? I bet it's nothing good. Oh god. Hit bunch of Night Stalkers. Cool, cool. The game is running like ass in here. And I don't know why. Oh well, nothing I can do about it, I don't think. Is the hunting rifle? Oh, go Rex. You're doing God's work up there, wherever you're at. Rex is just out here killing all the Night Stalkers, and I don't even know about them. Oh no. Wait, he's still upstairs, right? So wait, he's not unconscious? I don't know what's happening anymore, man. I'm just along for the ride. Oh, hey, buddy. I'm along for the 30 FPS ride. Click, click, click. Ah, click, click, click. Ah, good. Water. Radioactive water. This is good. This is exactly what I wanted to do. That's okay. I didn't want to see the cave. Rex is fucking vicious. I love it. Okay, well that's a path out of here. Big horners, don't really care, don't really care. That's just nature, man. I ain't here to stop nature. Couldn't if I wanted to. Oh, where... Cool. Alright. Was that it? Oh, no, there's... okay. So is this just like a big cave with a few Night Stalkers? Yeah, it is. That's where Rex killed them all. Alright, well, glad I came here, I guess. Take a nap for an hour, get my health back. Alright, we out. Whoa, that scared me. Don't spook me like that, Rex. Now I want to check out Silver Peak Mine, because I don't remember this place either. Oh, hey buddy. Yeah, you probably don't like that. Oh, wait. Why is there a toy box? Did kids live here? Ooh, is Tumblers Today the good one? Is that like the permanent boost? It is. Nice. Nice. Varmint rifle, don't really care. Let's go. Alright, well, I'll see you, Rex. Have fun with whatever you're after. Rats of some nature, I'm sure. He doesn't like rats, or rats wearing hats. Okay, what else we got? That was, oh, good Cazadors. Oh, that's a lot of fucking Cazadors. Okay. Not a fan, if I'm honest. Okay, new plan here. Bug Stomper. Cool. More damage against bugs, I'm guessing. That's usually what those are. I do want to check though. So what's the perk there? Yep, damage bonus. Cool. Yeah, you get Rex. See, it was just a bunch of Cazadors. Nothing to worry about. That noise keeps scaring the shit out of me, though. But, you know, that's... Oh, yeah. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay. I ain't dealing with that right now. That is not on the agenda. That is not on my to-do list. We out. Yep, yep. Game. Game. Don't crash with less than 10 minutes left on the stream. Please. I think it's gonna. I think it's gonna. Yep. What in the fuck is going on today? Stop. I don't want to wait for the program. You can't even fucking crash properly, New Vegas, I swear to God. End the task. Yeah, that's... I know it's not responding, that's why I want to end the task. Jesus. Okay, well, I'm gonna launch it again just because I want to... I don't want to rely on, like, a autosave. I want to, like, manually save it. Play... I don't care, it shouldn't have to sync. There's no reason for it to be cloud. Oh, you can't download it from the cloud. I don't give a shit about the cloud right now. Alright? Let me manually save here, so that way if for some reason it crashes again, we're just done. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can get back to New Vegas. Okay. I guess oh god. I didn't want to fight you, goats. I wanted to let you live. But that's fine. Okay, we're gonna go back to... Well, what quest are we gonna... Ring-a-ding-ding. let's just go back to New Vegas. Oh, actually, real quick, let's go pick up Veronica. Because I said I'd be back for her, and I meant it. This is the wrong place. There it is, the I-88. 188, I don't know. Okay, we'll get Veronica, have her join us, save right there, and then that's where we'll stop playing.
Couldn't get enough of talking to me. Good. I'd hoped you'd come around.
Let's go.
Now you're talking. One thing you should know first, though. I know, but...
That's okay. Yep.
I'm great at punching people. Well, thanks for taking a chance on a naive young girl from California with stars in her eyes and a pneumatic gauntlet on her hand. Let's hit the road, huh?
Hello.
Okay. Save, and that's where we're gonna stop. Okay, so that is just about it for tonight. I don't know what my schedule for next week is, so I don't know. I mean, obviously it'll be Monday through Friday, but I'm not sure beyond that. Now I will say, so if I'm off on Thursday, like I typically have been, Thursday streams, I'll put it like that, are going to be a bit sporadic. I have a doctor's appointment before 11 Thursday, so I obviously have to go to that first. When I get back from that, depending on what time it is, you know, if that doctor's appointment, I'm assuming I'm off on Thursday, so I'll start streaming when I get home from that. But then I have a vet appointment for our cats at 2, a little after 2. So I will have to go to that, obviously. So the tentative game plan is, if I'm streaming, if it's a long day on Thursday, I'm going to go to the doctor, come home, stream for a couple hours, go to the vet, come home, stream for about another hour and a half or so, kind of depending on how it's looking. I might not even end up streaming that day, because if I have to work that day and my doctor's appointment goes till noon, I don't know why it would, it should not take an hour, but if it does, you know, by the time I get home it'll be 12:30, I don't really feel like streaming for an hour and a half. That's like turn the game on, and that's basically all you can do. So there might not be a Thursday stream. I'm hoping I will still be able to, but it really just depends on how the doctor's appointment goes, how the vet visit goes, all that stuff. But that is it for tonight. We'll figure all that out next week. I'll be posting the schedule in Discord either tonight or tomorrow night, just whenever it's out. But that's it for tonight. Thanks for coming by, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys had a good time, despite all the technical difficulties that were going on and all the other issues. I enjoyed it. Hope you guys did too. But that's it for today. Adios. I will see you guys next week. We'll be doing Digimon Survive on Monday, in all probability. Adios.